Now Convair has come up with another airplane, and this, according to the engineers, is as well built for its job as its little relative, the 240. This is the Convair 990 Astrojet. It has the same kind of working look, and maybe more. This is the airplane with the aft fan engine. This is the airplane with the speed pods on the wing. This is the brand new Astrojet. Let's go over to the flight line and talk to the experts about it. This is Larry Burrell, and this is one of the 990s for American Airlines, the first of 15 American will be getting in the next 6 months. And we've gathered a few experts to talk about it. This is Kelly Owen, and Kelly is American's acceptance pilot at Convair. Kelly came to San Diego from Seattle, where he did the acceptance work for American 707 Astrojets. Kelly, how is the 990 business?
You can see for yourself, Larry. It's a fine airplane.
Well, I hear it's a good flying airplane, too.
That's true. We're very enthusiastic about it.
Are there any special features that you're particularly enthusiastic about, Kelly?
Larry, there are many, one of which, the speed stability system, we're very enthusiastic about. We think that the passengers and the crews will be very happy with the way this airplane flies.
Well, there's a lot of airplane to stop there. How about the brakes?
That's true. We have some of the finest brakes in the industry. We have over 100 tons of landing weight on this aircraft, which means over 8 million foot-pounds of energy expended by each wheel.
Well, Kelly, this looks like another typical Convair airplane.
True. It's a typical Convair airplane. Like the 240, it's rugged and dependable.
Well, thank you very much, Kelly. And now we're going to walk over and take a look at one of the engines. This is Frank Kolk, Assistant Vice President of Engineering, Research and Development. Frank has been for a long time a leading exponent of the fan jet engine. Frank, how long have you and other engineers been working on fans?
Oh, we've been working on fans from 1953, thereabouts. This particular engine, which is a GE machine, was first laid out in 1957.
Well, that's a sizable opening we're standing in front of. How does this compare with the 707 Astrojet nacelle?
It really isn't very much different in the overall size of it. They're both the same size engine, and they work on about the same thermodynamic principles. The main difference is that the fan in this engine is on the rear instead of in the front, so that the whole original engine sticks out in the front of the installation. You can see the intake here where the original jet engine air goes into that portion of the engine. The air for the fan goes through this large cowl up ahead and around the outside. It is much larger than a conventional jet engine, but like our other Astrojet, it's the same sort of thing in principle.
Well, let's see where the air goes.
This is the outer cowl that surrounds the whole nacelle that the men are lifting up. And it contains the inner cowl, which will be the next thing that is raised. The inner cowl is a duct that the cold air goes through around the outside of the engine to the fan. In here is the old jet engine, which was the machine that started the jet age. We don't call it a jet engine anymore, we call it a gas generator, because it feeds the hot gases under pressure to the fan that drives the airplane. Now let's go back and look at the fan. Well, here's the fan. The fan's a freewheeling gadget that's on the back end of the engine in place of the jet nozzle on the original jet engine. It has a big wheel on it. You can see the fan blades in through here, and they spin. The blades that you see on the outside are the fan blades. Inside are turbine blades. The hot gas comes from the gas generator, drives the turbine portion, which in turn spins the fan, and the fan sucks cold air through the duct around the outside of the engine and out the back to augment the thrust.
Well, Frank, what about the thrust on this engine?
Well, the thrust is 16,000 pounds per engine. 64,000 pounds for the total airplane.
What does, how much thrust, that is, does the fan add to the original jet engine?
Well, the original jet engine had about 11,000 pounds of thrust, so that we've added about 5,000 pounds, or 2.5 tons, for the exercise of putting the fan on the back.
Well, that's very interesting, Frank, and I want to thank you very much. I'm going up on the wing.
Oh, you're welcome, Larry.
Hi, Al.
Hello, Larry.
This is Al Perkins, American's Director for Aircraft Development, based here in San Diego at Convair. Al, we seem to be surrounded by pods.
These pods, Larry, stamped this the Convair 990 airplane. No other airplane can make this claim.
Well, what is the main job of the speed pods?
Well, one of the simple functions is to carry additional fuel and increase the range of the airplane.
How much additional fuel, Al, will these pods carry?
Roughly 1,000 gallons.
I see, and that increases the range quite a bit.
Yes.
Now, what other functions do the speed pods have as far as the Convair 990 is concerned?
Well, the important function, of course, is to make the airplane go faster. And it's a real exciting and effective application of the same area rule used on fighter airplanes.
Well, what is the area rule, Al?
Well, you've seen the familiar Coke bottle
Yes,
shape to the supersonic fighter airplane fuselage. Well, this is an equally effective application of that rule.
Does it cut down drag or have an effect like that?
Yes, you see, even on an airplane such as this that operates below the speed of sound, the air over the wing is supersonic. Now, without these pods, a shock wave would form.
I see, and these pods help to dissipate that shock wave and keep it from forming.
The pods definitely prevent this shock wave from forming and allow the airplane to operate much faster.
I see.
I would like to say, Larry, that there's one other important function. It's a byproduct, actually, and that is that it makes the airplane much freer of vibration at high speed and consequently a lot more comfortable to our passengers.
For passenger comfort, that's a very important factor.
It very definitely is, and we were very pleased to see that result.
Well, thank you very much, Al. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen, the 990 Astrojet. Keep an eye out for it. It's heading your way soon.